Counselor. Today we continue our series on understanding artificial intelligence and how we can deploy it in our businesses. So basically, as the innovation, this new technology is coming into play, two things will happen to people. There are some people who will decide that, you know what, this is an evil technology and I don't want anything to do with it. While some others will say, how do we leverage on this technology? Meaning that AI will do two things. For a group of people, it would be a substitute for what they are doing. Meaning that there are some industries that will be totally substituted by artificial intelligence. While for others, they will find this as a new tool to complement what they are doing. So let me give you an instance. So in the 1890s, what people were used to then were horses and carts, that these horses were carriages that these horses were pulling along. So that was the conventional way of traveling until Mr. Benz discovered vehicles and created the first car. Now, when the first vehicle was created, people would say, no, this thing is just a fail, because how can this thing replace the horse and carriage that we've been used to? Now, with time, people started to see that this new technology doesn't need you to feed the animal, doesn't need you to continue to, maintain this live animal. All you just need to do is to put fuel in this new technology and it will take you to anywhere you're going to. Now, for those who were involved in the horse and carriage business, when the vehicle came, some people decided, you know what, let's complement what we are doing with this new technology. They now ask themselves, how do we transform the carriage business that we are doing into vehicles? While others who refuse to change were completely substituted by this new technology. The same thing too is happening to us. If we look at what we are doing currently, we now need to ask ourselves, how can we use this? If we're into recruitment, for instance, what are the AI, artificial intelligence platform that we can bring that can help us source for candidates faster so that we can interview these people and give them to our clients? If you are into marketing, for instance, you can now ask yourself, how can I bring this new technology called artificial intelligence to help me find the right pool of my customers such that I don't go around looking for them, but I know specifically where to find them? Which means these are the group of people who are taking this thing as a complement to what they are doing. But then you also need to look at, in what you are doing, do I need to start to use this new technology to substitute what is currently going on in my organization? Because there are certain areas based on the new power of this new technology that I need to substitute some of the things that I are doing currently and bring in this new technology to help you out. So let me give you an instance. Let's say you are your customer service unit, for instance. Your customer service unit, most of the answers to the questions that customers are asking are what this artificial intelligence can do for you, which means you can use it as a substitute for queries that customers are asking and throwing at you. Then you can also use it now whereby there are some questions that they might not, your customers might need to interface with a real human being. Now, the artificial intelligence can now be a complement to that human being who is doing the job, whereby when you ask some tough questions, the human now asks the software and it will come up with the right answer that can provide solution to what the customer is asking for. It means that we now need to look at our organization and ask ourselves, which part of it do we need to substitute with this new artificial intelligence platform, and which part do we need to bring in as a complement? So on the group where I hold the online class, I just made a suggestion to somebody and he tried Mistral. Because he was an engineer, he brought Mistral, and Mistral was able to, so with Mistral you can actually take a picture, place it on Mistral, and it will explain to you where the best use case of this picture and where it can, explain to you more as an engineer how the best use case of those pictures. The same way too, in what you are doing, you can look at their different artificial intelligence platform. Even something as simple as GPT-4, you can bring it and you can substitute what your lawyer might be doing for you. It can do all your documentation for you. What some of the technical people are doing for you, can actually do them for you. So those are the substitutes. So it's for you now as a business owner to ask yourself, where are the areas that I need this new software as a complement to complement and help me scale up what we are doing, and where are areas that I need to substitute? Which means this new technology is asking you to look at the waste in your system, look at the areas of low productivity, and ask yourself, how do we start to make ourselves more productive? It means that understanding artificial intelligence and its use cases are critical for you, and that is why you actually also need to come and join the class that we're currently running for free, so that you can learn more about this new technology and how to put it to use. I believe that this is the new way for Africa. We can't just keep waiting for the West to develop these things and bring it to us for us to consume. The way this new technology is structured is that the data that is used to train it will determine the result that it generates. And if we don't come in this at this stage where it's at its infancy stage to get involved in the production of it, especially the data that is fed it means that we can't control